Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Martin with Steadfast Warehousing and Orion Automotive here in Houston. And in this video, if you've been watching our clips, I did a video a while back about chess and trucking, and I'm gonna make a little series on each piece, and I'm gonna do my best to dissect each piece to the best of my ability. Well, in this video, I want to talk about the king. And who is the king? It's the business, the logo, the brand, the name. It is not the business owner. It is not the CEO. It is not the CFO, not the operations manager, not the dispatcher, not the CSR. It is the brand, the business, the name, the logo. Nobody is above it. Now, with the king, all of these pieces here are there to protect it. The employees, drivers, the CSRs, dispatcher, ops manager, safety department, they're all here to protect the king. If all of these pieces were gone, and let's just say this business is now competing with another business, with this business, right there. That's what a business looks like that is not prepared, going up against a prepared business. This is an unprepared business with no one defending it. That's a prepared business with everyone defending it. It's drivers, it's employees, it's dispatchers, it's CSRs, it's ops managers. That's it. This is a true business. Now, if you play chess a little bit, you always notice that a lot of pieces come out first before the king ever does. If you've played chess long enough, at least me, I try to keep my king at the back for a long time. I'd never bring it out. I try not to, at least, and I'm not giving away my chess tips, but all these pieces are meant to do is to protect the king so that the game can keep going. Because once these pieces start leaving, whether it's injuries, whether it's vacation, time off, they quit, fired. Once these pieces start leaving, your board starts looking like this. Now, let's say that I got all these pieces and I'm still attacking, I'm going to beat that business sooner or later because that business is not prepared. So this business, the probability of a good business, an unprepared business going out of business is a good chance because he doesn't have his soldiers or protecting it. And that's one of the reasons that I try to tell people in trucking that if you're a driver or you're an employee, everything that you do matters because what you do here matters what goes on over here. Everything on this board means something. The move I make here is going to affect the move that I make over here. And I'll tell a story about that. We had a situation where if there's an employee to where he doesn't feel that employee, driver, whoever, that they should or should not do something, we have to tend to that very carefully. If a customer is asking us for a specific request and that employee or that driver doesn't want to do that specific request, then we have to call a timeout and see why. Sometimes we can lose a customer because the driver, didn't simply want to do something. He didn't want to tarp, or he didn't want to, go do that extra stop, or the dry run or whatever. I mean, you can lose a customer and you can lose a driver over very small things. So now that we know that if you can lose a customer over something very small or a driver over something very small, those small things, little by little, start chipping away at your business. And then you start running out of tools, ammunition to keep the game going, and eventually you come to a standstill. You might even have a stalemate, but at worst you have a checkmate. And that's just a fact. In trucking, That's the worst thing that can happen to anyone. Or in business is the checkmate. In the game, it's easy because you just start the game all over again. But in business, if your king falters, you just can't start the game all over again. You can't rehire somebody immediately. You know, if you're an employee, you quit a job, you go somewhere else, you get a job real quick. In some cases you won't. But the business, it stays there and it's planted and it has a foundation. That foundation has to be this group. These groups right here, these have to be the foundation, because without any of these, we have no business. And that's what I try to tell to people. Like not just employees, not just the business owners, but to people in general. That the king is not the most important piece in the board. But if all of these pieces do not protect this piece, there is no more game. It's game over. It's checkmate. So I think everybody has to do their part to make sure that we protect the business. We do whatever we can for the customers so that the business can still keep customers and that the customer provides for everyone in that business. That's my belief. No one is bigger than the king. Not even the employees, not even the business owner. But the king must be protected at all costs. And the king is the logo, the brand, the name. It's not an individual person. It's a group. It's a group effort to keep this going. But thank you guys for listening. This is Martin with Steadfast Warehousing and Orion. I hope I didn't bore you with this video, and we're going to do more and we're going to dissect some more of these. Thank you guys. Bye.